doesn't. Don't have that.
Our Thompson seems to have jumped ahead.
What'd you say? Wish you could just drift straight.
I don't.
That's a friendly helmet, right?
It's what I'm mean.
They managed to go and take a shortcut.
Just don't worry about it. I thought we had a problem.
What's going on here?
What? What?
That's how you cause a wreck.
Can you turn on the radio?
Actually, no.
Come on, Weston, tonight. Taylor Swift. KFC.
That gauge on the right says KFC per square centimeter. Centimeter. See? Right there.
I walk the song from the sea.
I'm gonna change my video settings higher.
I think we're going the wrong way. We're going the wrong way.
No way. No, this is the right road.
Oh, we're on the right road.
Don't you dare question. What is that?
How do you look underneath the friggin'...
That little bunker's friendly in front of us.
That's a bunker on the hillside.
You can look underneath those smoke rails, but I don't know how to do it.
At the top of my head.
Pain in the arse.
We are going northwest, so we are on track. We are going northwest, so we are on track.
I like being a parent.
I'm not sure if you can actually do it on this rifle, but...
Otherwise, hold my hand. Baby, I love
If I go in here though, as soon as I go in here...
you.
Danny, what type of tea do you like? What's your favorite type of tea, Danny?
Optics.
Normal tea. I like green tea, fucking whatever bollocks is.
Breakfast tea?
I like
Left control and secondary mouse
That
button.
type of thing.
raspberry tea.
I never tried milk tea. Is it good?
But I've already hit number pad 4 and that hasn't done it. So...
But then biscuits is a whole fucking story.
I'm sure there's a way of doing it.
How do you like your coffee? I actually can't tell
drink
where the
coffee.
right is.
Coffee's gay, sir.
No, you.
Oh look, someone jumped
What
out.
about salting?
We can't actually carry this.
Left control and secondary mouse button. That's not fun.
Don't worry, man, I don't like coffee either.
Just run it over.
That's not...
Gotcha.
This ain't it, Chief.
Oh!
17, 18.
It's almost a stealth.
Okay.
The police.
Keep moving.
Whoa, what's that?
Watch out.
Is that ours or theirs? Oh, it's ours. TSB written on the back. Ah.
The hell shot at us.
They said it was just snaps from other towns.
We're just coming through here now.
From the west.
No, that's to be us coming through here now.
Those were sounds of people being executed.
Yeah, guys.
We shouldn't press that bridge.
Alright, guys, dismount.
Hey. Anxiety.
Uh-huh.
Go to Daco. Remote to Skyline. cars coming from the west.
No one hears it. We're gonna get into 2 mobile vehicles. We're gonna get in the truck. We're gonna get someone to drive back and forth to Pine. The fucking BTR is gonna knock down the fucking battle tower and gonna lay hell into the fucking town.
Come get back over here.
The truck's gonna go down into the valley, down the road, until it gets some deflated, and drop people off, come back and get the rest of it. And then while the BTR is engaging the town, we're gonna move in on the side road position, heading towards the town and engage it. Once we can engage it pretty heavily, we'll move the vehicle up. Everyone got that?
Yep.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
Alright.
Got me it plugs in. What?
So, okay, so I want the
Anyway.
Finn and Green cell.
Oh, what a bloody day. Oh, God. Look at all the personal bloody messages I've got here.
Do you realise that there's no
looking into
defilade between here and the battle tower?
It's pretty crappy and doesn't
That's all.
explain much. I get the basic context of ATC, but what does this program actually do?
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake, just read what it says in the fucking website.
Don't peek over. This
dude's so
Honestly.
messy.
Green team's the assault element, blue team's the support element. When we are in contact, blue team will lay down fire, green team will advance.
Right, who else?
Shit, I got that.
Olive Rain, where are you?
Okay, are you online now?
It's full. Hold. It's full.
Truck is is ready to go.
I think Doc is dead.
Only sent by PayPal from my family email. Alright.
Who's this?
Dismount, M113 coming in.
Are we gonna move? Are we gonna go with the plan, or what's going on here?
We can't, this is M113, man.
This is the north.
Why can't we?
Smoking.
Oh, shite.
Medic is marked red. Alright, get back in the truck now. We're gonna be running. We're gonna be driving. Get back in the truck now.
Roger.
What's the holy light?
Allahu Akbar.
Oh, didn't just get off.
Blame DACA.
Hi, dog. Well, Doc got shot.
Who else we got? Bloody hell, man.
Good dog. Good dog.
Fucking hell. So why send me a personal message? Honestly, not even sure what lot ATC is. Haven't heard of it. Google it! Don't send me a personal message with that on. What do you want from me?
Whoever has the stinger, get out and get this enemy here.
Ah! Internet people.
Hi
Jesus.
guys.
Love ya.
Internet people are really dumb sometimes.
Remember me.
Yeah, like,
I'm gonna push this. Don't forget your
Don't reverse.
Want us to dismount again?
Hold here.
What?
Dismount. There.
What we're doing? We're in. We're out. We're on. We're off. We're off.
We're gonna get airstriked.
Again, I said musical chairs here.
I'll spread out.
That 113 gets to the log damage? Jesus Christ.
What the hell hit the M11? What?
How come I'm not hearing anybody on the radio
Okay.
either?
Yeah, got it.
Oh, heard that.
Iron Man, Morbid, I want you two staying behind since we can't all fit in the first push. Iron Man, you're staying behind because you've got the stinger.
Make sure you guys are getting ready. Okay, vehicle.
Morbid, you can somewhat engage from here probably, so.
yeah, I'll probably get on. I'm gonna get on the crest of the hill.
Turn down my heat. Alright, so we gotta wait for the BMP to knock out that battle tower to the northwest, and after that, we can get back in the truck.
How did
Alpha, just stay in. Green.
Well, they're certainly going to know we're
JB,
coming
get down the
now,
hill.
aren't they?
T72 to the northwest end, be advised.
Right.
Guys, we're heading south. Back up behind the truck, behind the hill where the truck is, and then go south. Finn copies. Copy.
You're going with them. Both cells go.
David, where are you?
I'm in the defilade, by...
South. We're moving south.
Roger.
We're moving south.
Head south and then southwest. Check the map. Stay.
Why doesn't he tell everybody they're moving south?
Well, I don't think anyone brought any extra ammo. Unless Kerbal has a lot of
Yeah, so someone brought. Guys, remember spacing, we're way too kind of close together. Also, remember, stay in defilade.
I've got 18 magazines.
I think he means for LMG.
Assigning as green team if you have turned the extra ammo, please.
Fuck. I don't know how far. Hopefully this,
I didn't bring any explosives this time though.
They're kind of useless. I've never been able to use them.
Yeah,
Unless we have a good spot.
Yeah, I know.
You guys are more like heading southwest instead of south of this route.
Don't worry about it. Alright, once we get to the base of the hill, if you see me in front, get to the base. We're gonna be going to the base of this hill and then going west.
It's a road.
I think I'm gonna,
Thin team has made it to the turn and we're heading west right
Damn
now.
horses.
Is that what that is?
We just lost something back there.
Don't worry about it.
I don't hear cook off.
can't see.
Doesn't sound like a cook-off. It's probably mortars.
So, what other idiotic questions have we got tonight? So, only got 2 more people to go to get to 10 people. I'd rather have 20. Because then that would reduce the price by another €5 for lot ATC. So far, I think I've got 8 people.
I'm on my way.
I only need 10 to get a reduction to €16 each, because PayPal fees, of course, are crippling, aren't they? If I could make everybody send cash, then there would be no PayPal fees, but everybody's just...
Fin team, people who are in the lead, hold up, we gotta wait for the rest of the squad because they don't have their eyes on the medic. Medic's behind the MG.
But if I can get 20 people, that'll reduce the price to €11.
Let's continue.
And then it's worth people buying extra keys just to be given away on streams and things. So I might put myself down for 2 keys.
Yeah, that's Major.
Yeah, we got another squad behind us.
If I can get it down to $11, I'll get a key to give away on stream.
Yes, it is friendly. They radioed in, they're heading south all along with us.
We don't know that, so we could just literally turn around and gone boom, dead. So anything we might need to know, just relay to us. Like Kate. It's like Kate, as soon as you heard the fucking...
Yes, I understand right now. Doc is talking to me. Well, I kinda gotta focus on...
Fire.
I don't know where we are on the map. No GPSs or anything to say.
BP, was that you firing off a rocket?
That was a T-80.
So is this just going to be a running...
Basically, the VP is just gonna be distracting the tower and the tank while we push in and, you know, Kerbal might need like plant suckers on the T-80, I think they said it was.
Maybe it shouldn't be up front when we're the only one with on the other frequency.
Maybe we shouldn't be running
you may be right, but I kinda just might, I don't know, I just feel like I have to be in front so I know which way we're going and if it's right or not.
Then at least have another person on the command frequency.
Yeah, just don't bunch up all together.
Copies.
Remember to spread out.
Yeah, could we like find out where we are? That's the wrong one.
Grenadier, get up. Get up, get next to me.
Oh, we're going this way. So we're probably around here somewhere.
You see that group of people over there?
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
Can you keep putting dots on the map to where we are? If you know where we are.
Squad leader, I have eyes on American base from here. Yeah, stay cover, guys.
First point again.
Squad has marked their position on the map.
Bearings 320 if you want to look at it.
I don't know where the hell that landed. We'll keep shooting.
That landed just to the, you see the rock next to the tree? Second rock pass, looking this way. It landed just below it, and there's a plane in here. Oh look, what was up?
Be advised, other cell, there's an enemy plane up in the sky.
That's on our free oil.
See.
Shit.
Be advised, other cell, there's a plane up in the sky.
Open fire as the marksman.
Other cell?
Yes, you're clear.
We're gonna get fucking bombed, I feel it.
Just disappear.
What's he shooting at?
User joined your channel.
Guys, spread out. If that A-10 come back and try to wipe us out, just one guy just kill us all.
How many shots are you going to use to kill one guy?
Making sure I hit him.
Currently we're just holding right now. We saw a group of enemies, enemy squad, and we're currently just shooting it with our grenadiers and sniper rifle. But once we take out that squad, we're going to be pushing a bit further down to the northwest towards the compound. Alright.
Who are you shooting at? I can't see anybody.
Do you guys see anything else, guys?
What's that?
Or no?
Jack shit.
Alright, okay then, to stop shooting grenadiers and let's push on.
The hell is that?
Medic, stay back.
Oh, that must have been about half a kilometre he's shooting there. You found it?
We're gonna check out the burning smoke. The burning smoke is a BMP RBP that took out, and we're gonna make sure the crew is dead, and then we're gonna push on to the compound.
That is really loud.
Roger.
User left your channel.
Oh.
That is really loud.
We need to take a quick stamina break in these trees.
Alright.
Dudes, if someone's that heavy, they're wrong. Unless it's Goebel, because he's the big bomb dude.
Oh please, I've been fine at 35.
User joined your channel.
Actually gaining stamina at this speed.
User left your channel.
Very slowly.
User joined your channel.
Dead dudes in front of us.
Yep, that's where the grenadier shot.
You mean he finally got the
I gotta
range?
say, beautiful shot.
The grenadier didn't kill that. Fuck off.
We're up, Finn squad.
Alright, carry pushing through. Definitely dead.
The BMP that you guys took out.
That's the crew right there on the...
There's no way he got that.
Yeah, that's the crew.
Oh, the Harry side running Williams. Whereabouts is it then?
It's check BMP.
It was like...
BMP.
It was like really weird
Yeah, we gotta clear out this compound first before we start looting.
No,
Get out of that.
Engine and gun are dead.
Alright.
Yeah, but I can't pick on that one.
Remember, this is gonna be close quarters, so this is on spacing.
There is an RPG carrier in there, I guess we need to get to it.
Send it on the Discord. I'll look at it when I'm on.
Be advised, Spin Squad has made it to the wall and... Fuck!
Take your finger off caps lock and then start transferring on long range.
Around me. Be advised, Fin Squad has made it to the wall and we're about to breach.
It's gonna be cancer.
Yeah, I've got to go in with a bloody pistol.
Alright, push it.
My scope doesn't look through the scope rails.
Pushing right.
Huh?
Danny gets to go ahead of me. Ken, push in.
User left your channel.
Send the guy with the big... Yeah, that's dumb.
And the grenade launcher.
If it needs to be, hold on.
Now go.
User joined your channel.
There, taking the irons.
Not so bad if you've got an AMS, but this thing doesn't have underscope rails.
East, by the way. Please no shoot.
A lot of people dead inside for risk.
Break real fast. Be advised, Fin Squad is going to the base of the tower now.
That doomy dudes.
Be advised, Fin Squad has made it to the base
User
of
left
the
your channel. User joined your channel. User left your channel.
I think when this thing collapsed, it took everyone out on the floor beside it, so...
I'm gonna check, go upstairs and see if there's anything else. Alright, nothing else. Stay at the base of the tower for now, so I know where you guys are at.
Well, if it's time you want AKs or anything, if you got bolt rations and shit like that, stop picking up AKs.
There's an M16 on the floor.
But someone's got the fucking heck on coach. Fucking G36, keep that.
Oh, so I repeat again, go back, go to the base of the tower. We're gonna be regrouping right there.
We're at the base of the tower.
Question, is their helmets better than ours? What we currently have?
Meet at the base of the tower.
Right.
Fin Squad is currently holding at the base of the tower, waiting for further orders.
There's another M16 down there, if anybody wants it.
Good, you did some work, huh?
Yes.
Quick.
Hold on a second.
Oh, somebody's already been in there. Bollocks.
It's a tank firing.
I should have been looting for GPSs, shouldn't I, really? That's what we're after.
Yep, compound.
Fuck the fall back east, fall back east.
East?
The shells
into the side of the tank.
Shells have
I'd suggest we go back from which we came.
We're pulling back to the east.
Alright. Did we lose someone?
Okay, we'll go back from where we came and using the covers to go back.
Get into the defilade to the east, and then once that, we're gonna be pushing north around to the north side of the town and try to get eyes on that tank.
Into the defilade.
Well, we can't do shit without tank, to be honest. It is like
It's in defilade cable.
Alright.
They so badly misuse words in this game, you know.
Me and Danny are to the southwest of you.
Okay. Alright, okay, do you want me to wait for you guys, or do you guys think you can handle it yourselves?
We're fine.
Alright, well, we're gonna be pushing that. Blade, we're just us main force are just gonna be pushing around to the north side of the town trying to get eyes on it while being deflated.
Are we heading different to east now then? Fucking idiot. tells us to go east and now he goes fucking northwest. What a dopey git. Hello, Tasteless. How are you?
Fin squad, hold here at these trees over here. I'm gonna go up ahead and look at my binocs.
What squad? No, unfortunately, not anybody can play here. Only TSB members can play on this
Fin
server.
squad. Sorry.
Oh, Fin squad.
Fin squad has eyes on the Bradley, but we're currently holding defilade. Guys, do not push up. Kim, Kern, go back to the trees. It's too dangerous up here. There's a Bradley looking in this direction.
We are holding.
Back over there, dude.
Defilade.
Go back over to those trees. Back over there.
One's mine. I'm hiding behind it.
For God's sakes.
Where are we going?
What?
Just hold.
We've got to hold in cover.
Don't push up to me. I repeat, do not push up to me.
It's a fucking bricks out here.
Here, look.
What you found?
Bricks.
Eh?
Bricks.
What?
They're talking about bricks. I have no idea what's going on.
Oh, I do, but I don't know if I like it yet, because our squad lead's kind of new to the thing, so we're better to squad leading.
That's alright, we'll sort him out.
Yeah.
I can put a bullet in his head, that would sort him out.
Not yet. I don't even know the command frequency, so we should at least know that first.
It's usually 50.
Let's try that.
Don't look at me like that, I'll put a bullet in your head. Let's pull some 360 because nobody else is.
Yeah, it is.
Boy, that shot's going far.
La, 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 la. Well, that sounded close.
Alright guys, follow me. We're gonna be moving. We have to be fast about this because we're in an open area.
Oh, you just told us to fuck all the way off here, now you want us to be fast?
No, no smoke. I repeat, no smoke.
They'll just give away our position.
You mean somebody's already given that position away?
Or in cover of the town. They're here.
Hello, what's that on the ground?
Don't follow Danny. I repeat, do not follow Danny unless you're Kerbal.
Oh, bricks. That's what they're on about, bricks.
Dudes, I'm in more cover than you at the minute first.
No, I was talking about you knowing what you're doing, so I trust you more than the rest of the squad, just like when they follow you.
We're fine.
To cover.
Get to the northwest, to that hill.
Is that tank alive?
Yep, that Bradley is alive, and because
no, I thought it was a tank. Looked like a tank.
It's United.
It might be a wreck.
Alright, hold here at this base. vehicle cruising.
Finn squad has marked a new position that they're at now.
I have command squad inside.
I'll follow him.
Good shot.
One of our guys just wandered off on his own.
How far are those shells hitting? Can't see.
I could poke out.
Facing.
Don't poke out, you're gonna skyline.
Alright, push a bit more to the north, guys.
It's a good thing we didn't need that Vic, right?
A-10's in the air. My squad doesn't have the stinger.
Oh boy, that was a 2,000 pounder.
How do you know?
Ground command looks fine.
Just went bang.
Oh, it's alright.
They appear to keep looking up. Is there an enemy plane nearby?
There was the shot, well, I hear that.
How are you?
Hold here, guys, in this little bowl. I'm gonna be peeking out again with my Vonox.
Peeking out with his binocs.
Yeah. Maybe civilization will grow here.
Bricklayer.
Go over here.
I didn't realize you guys are all the way back there.
User left your channel.
Welcome to the clutch.
We keep getting these guys from Teamwork Strategy Brotherhood joining our Discord, thinking that they're joining some other TSB. Well, thinking they're joining their own Discord, and they never
Put the suicide guy in the Humvee, but that's not going to get him too far, is he?
I'd rather not. That never works. I think I'm next to you.
See, you won't need medics if all your people are suiciders.
Let's start trying to sneak your guys over southwest and get into that compound.
If we got like 15 different ATVs and we did it, maybe.
Hang on, if you guys keep getting smacked around by mortars and shit, we don't want you here.
That'd be fucking fun. Just get 15 guys on ATVs with suicide vests.
Who popped smoked? I repeat, who popped smoke?
That was a smoke screen that landed on us.
Can't see any smoke.
Mortar smoke.
You do VCOM, you do realise VCOM range using smoke.
I didn't realize. Okay, so yeah, let's keep going north.
I can't see any smoke.
So watch out.
Medics behind.
No.
Well, I've said before, this is what happens with VCOM. Smoke comes in, everybody accuses each other of popping smoke rounds, and next thing you know, you get an artillery barrage on your head.
Finn copies. I got a engineer that has a lot of explosives. He can probably sneak up to that T-100, but I'm not sure about that Bradley.
Worry about the Bradley first. That's a killer right now. Bradley northeast. Bradley northeast.
Bradley northeast.
Pull back, pull back.
Oh, yep.
Every single one of those tanks to our northeast is manned.
Be advised, don't go northeast,
like storage
because
tanks.
if you go over that hill, there's a lot of tanks.
Another Bradley.
User joined your channel.
Oh, we go back. Oh, fuck.
West.
Yeah, we're getting shot real far away.
And you wonder why I hid behind this big rock.
Get in cover, get in cover, get in defilade. Get in defilade now.
get defolated.
So far out. He's like 2 clicks out.
Which means get something between you and the enemy.
That's a prove action death, right?
Danny's down.
Who's down?
Saw somebody go down there, but I can't see him now.
Who's down?
Danny.
Yeah, I don't think the medic would want to go out in that open field right now.
Got it.
That's why I couldn't see him.
Does it look clear for me to go over there? Yeah, who knows?
Bradley hasn't moved.
Don't climb too high up there.
Do not
There's a BMP to the northeast, a Bradley to the northeast.
There's 2 fucking Bradleys, by the way.
Where? Like another one to the southwest, but where's the other one?
In the same direction, there's 2 in that direction.
No, there was another one northwest.
Yeah, the one where that was in the town was engaging us. It wasn't the one to the north.
Wait, there's one in the town? I thought that was just
no, the one on the hill beyond the town was engaging us.
Yeah, whatever.
There's another one beyond that too.
It looks clear, it looks like. Can I come over to you and help with medical?
Oh, why have I got bloody cable underneath?
You could pack him. Like right now.
Oh, we're about to.
That's not. Okay.
It gets good over there.
David is down. Our medic.
Shit. Carry. Fuck.
I want to run away.
Guys, get over to the south into that bowl now. Carry the wounded.
How's he doing?
He looks pretty fucked.
Oh, God's sake.
I repeat, carry the wounded
Have
down
you put
to
tourniquets
the
on his
south
legs?
in the bowl. Don't be out in this open. It's that's why we got bombed.
Answer me. Answer me. Obviously not. You gotta talk to me.
I'm talking. What?
I said, did you put tourniquets on his legs?
No, I didn't. I told you.
Right. Well, I've just done that. We need to get him out of here. Do his chest.
All right. I am gonna. But get everyone to the.
There's also a guy behind you as well. So we're gonna have to carry one of them each. Right. I've done his chest. I'm gonna carry him. Fuck's sake. Fucking idiots sometimes. Tourniquets, limbs are getting moving. Right, I've got the medic on me back here. I might need a bit of a relay with him.
Guys, do not medic out there over by that rock.
Yeah, look, I've got the medic on my back. Wait, I need to get him down somewhere.
I was talking about another guy.
Yeah, well, his legs are tourniqueted, but they need doing. So if we've got another medic.
Yeah, there's a medic over there. Legion is a medic down the bowl.
Sorry, we're working right on.
To the south. And keep the people, like, spread the people out as well. Then.
How bad is he, Legion?
Fucking shitter drops another.
Well, he's about to be almost ready for packing.
Right, because there's a medic here. David's a medic. You need to get him up as fast as possible.
So he's the medic?
Yeah, he's the medic.
Good copy. Pack him now.
Kelm, you're gonna be doing
I've
one last
tourniqueted his
sweep
legs.
of that area. Make sure no one else is down.
3, 2, 1, up.
I'll do his other leg. You get him ready to pack.
Give me fucking Nanny. He is ready for a pack.
Where's he gone?
Working on his chest.
I'll
get his left leg.
We're in a mass cast and our medics down and
I'm doing his left leg.
Oh well, I'm
just
helping.
got your medic up.
Yeah, I've got. Sorry, I got tourniquets on.
Get his left arm. Probably move quickly.
Where'd the medic go?
Kirk, get back over here.
They just blew up nearby us.
Legion, are you a medic?
Legion, get your ass over here!
Kerm?
What? I'm here.
No, I'm talking about Kerm.
Legion!
Legion.
Oh, he's the medic. Okay.
He's the medic! That's what I'm saying, you need to get the medic up before anybody else.
Hey, David, once he's done, Danny.
No, I said this guy David was the medic, the guy who just put down.
Okay, he's up.
Sorry about that, David.
Alright guys, 360 wall, electric, 4 guys, back up.
Right, who else we got?
Out of all the places, I'm gonna land right on me.
You have.
Hi, Danny.
Welcome back, Danny.
Whoops. Were you bandaging leg?
This guy's got no heart rate.
What do I do now?
I think he's missing half.
Yeah, well Danny, once you can snipe the people that are inside the town, we're clear to push. But because we're combat ineffective, we're gonna be staying here for a sec.
We have most people up. The only people that aren't is Danny and I think...
I'm packing you right now.
One person.
What?
Alright, working on his right leg.
I'll give him CPR.
3,
no,
2,
yeah, once we get that clock up, we're gonna be pushing.
Cheers.
I'm gonna spread.
One more back to his right leg.
Pull 360.
What's going on?
Just keep an eye out. Pull 360.
I'll put tourniquets on him.
That's why you
finish off on his left leg.
Bandaging leg.
Oh, fuck. Bert is happening.
Everyone not currently fucking medic and get a fucking space in the 360.
We need to...
Why is an F-15 strafing?
Fuck it! How much longer on this guy?
We need to expedite
His arm is
Tough shit, we gotta move. There's airstrikes still coming in.
Guys, we're moving towards the town. I repeat, we're moving towards the town.
Which town?
Alright, let's go.
Kerbal, you lead the charge.
I think Danny is.
David, come on, we're moving now.
You can't move while you... Oh, for crying out loud. We've still got injured people here, we can't move like...
There's airstrikes coming in.
Are there already friendlies in the town?
Yes, there's friendlies pushing up to the town.
There's friendlies on the outside wall of the town. Do not shoot them.
Yeah, I'm already ahead of you.
What are we shooting at here? There's nobody there. Save your ammo.
Alright, when you get into the town, make sure you have a battle buddy and just clear buildings 2 at a time.
I haven't shot a shot yet, you know.
User left your channel.
Some of these guys though, they're just... I don't know if maybe the new players I should have been noticing names, I guess, really, because some of these guys will be quite new to the group. But they've been through basic training with us, so they should know how to medic someone. There's no use bandaging someone's chest if they're going to bleed out from their legs, you know. Green squad? Who the hell's green squad?
Stay behind me, David.
So I'll get him back up again.
Radio in if you see any assets that we can take, like trucks or crates.
User joined your channel.
PID, my dudes.
Be advised, Bradley to the southwest of the town. On the hill.
Yep, not that far.
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
Leanie's fuckboys to victory.
Yep.
Around 2:30.
As much as I can.
Sniper the TV needs a little in these squads, I'm on.
Hey, one of yours is down.
And don't enter the fucking truck or the Bradley will raid that.
User left your channel.
Alright, once you guys are done clearing the town, meet back over by the T100, T80.
User joined your channel.
On the east side of town.
Where's Daka?
Okay guys, start getting your truck.
Can I get a kill? What? See on me. What's on about? Can I get a kill?
Kerbal, can you fix vehicles?
What?
That Bradley's to the southwest is dead.
Onesies, twosies, and we just got.
What the hell's he doing with that?
Kerbal. Yep.
User left your channel.
Someone go find Kerbal.
Squad, yeah, I think the Bradley's on crew. There's 2 dead.
Yeah.
Enemy soldiers in there.
Yeah, they said it's dead.
Hey, fucking Bradley coming in southwest down the hill. Get
Here, I'm helping someone currently.
Bradley coming in southwest, down the hill. People with sticks, get ready.
Hide! Bradley just
Get inside the buildings, guys. Get inside buildings.
Sure, I have cable for you.
User joined your channel.
I'm still not sure that all these buildings are being cleared, but...
I found Kerbal, he's hurt pretty bad.
Alright, I'll be right next to you guys.
Kerbal's heart rate. Doing no heart rate.
Let me get off of here first.
Guess I'll get the arm. Hey, how you doing, Auntie?
Still alive.
Hello,
Doing
I'm
head.
alive, mate.
It's in the defilade now.
Yep. You good on medical?
I'm not medical, but I'll do CPR on him. Yeah.
So asking if you're good on medical supplies.
Oh, I'm good on medical, yeah. I've got all mine.
Okay.
I haven't been injured yet.
Arm's done. You can cancel that range on arm.
There you go, you can take that if you want.
One head.
Crap, what did you get hit by? Doing head again.
Getting back to that first town, and we're gonna keep moving.
Once you're done with that bandage, I'll get his pack done.
Packing.
Auntie.
Yes?
You're gonna be getting into one of the trucks and bringing it back to base.
5.
3.
Oh, lovely.
2. 1.
Yeah.
Hello,
No,
where
they're
is
not
that
taking it
building
back
that
to
you
base.
dragged me
They're
out
taking
of?
it back to that first town we were at, and we're gonna store it there, and then we're gonna keep moving.
Truck's over there.
You're gonna fill it up with stuff first?
There's nothing else that we can have here. There's no boxes, so there's the thing that really play the
Plenty
majority.
AKs and plenty,
Yeah, but
M16s.
he doesn't save those. Remember? I mean,
That's
if you want an AK, yeah.
No, I don't want an AK.
Please knock out that Bradley.
I have an M14.
Knock it out, please.
Yeah, but make sure you're on 70 and don't move yet until the Bradley's out. I'll rail you in when the Bradley gets taken out.
I don't even know where base is.
Turns active, move.
Turret's active. Get away from those silos. I repeat, get away from those silos. Go front if you need to.
Oh look, supplies.
Right now, guys, try be stay in cover, and if you have a stick, try to get an angle on it.
Once you give your stick to
Now in
me.
the truck or foot, move out southeast. Let's go.
All right, we're moving out southeast.
I want the medic taking that shot.
We're pulling it back out to the southeast.
Shoot the truck.
in the truck.
Only one guy died. We should get into the truck.
Move.
The truck is being shot.
Get moving.
Let's move. We're moving southeast now. We're getting out of this town.
Yeah,
Fuck the trucks for now.
Smoke incoming.
Alright, Gage, fuck the trucks.
Well, they're currently being fucked anyway. Danny, you okay? Okay, so you're over on the east. See that you are Auntie. Auntie?
Yeah.
Auntie? Okay. I saw somebody blue over there, so.
Can we do a sound off or no?
I was about to. Blame, you good? I'm good.
I won't be taking any
Danny,
of these
good?
trucks.
Yeah.
Kerbal.
I'm here.
The friggin' wheels on.
Def Clock.
Where are we going?
If any of you guys want to, praise Allah, if you're over in the valley by me, and if you have AT, you can follow the valley and just, go down this valley and just go behind the Bradley and just hit it with a rocket, hit it with a stick or something.
And the rest continues to the other town?
Yeah, the rest of us will just stay here. Where is the rest of you guys? Rest of you guys over by the rock to the southeast of town?
Me and Kerbal already gone up the valley, so.
Yeah, I know about you. I'm talking about Kern.
Kern, are you okay?
Def Clock, where are you?
He's not responding. Yeah, he didn't respond. I think Def Clock, Kern, and Auntie, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm waiting to take one of these trucks back.
Yeah, the trucks are scrapped. Taking them back is scrapped right now. So,
right, okay, so nobody's repairing them or anything then?
Yeah, no one's gonna repair them. Just come to the southeast of town and get in the valley, get in the I guess the ditch with where there's the big rocks, and just follow the ditch up towards the southwest, and you'll catch up to us.
The river first.
Whatever.
Idiots.
You have a discretion shit rolls down now.
Go to the southeast.
Shit rolls down now.
I'm gonna get in this.
Yeah. So there's water, and we're in a valley, and it heads all the way up to the green stuff. Very map-titious.
Actually, if I put that on my back, it would be better, wouldn't it? And then I can sprint a bit.
Vehicle crew is currently engaging the Bradley right now.
Yeah, Death probably got memed.
Yeah, about the whole thing about no one being left behind aspect, that was just lies.
Well, last I saw you were walking out of the place.
Oh no, that guy got lit up by Bradley. He's staying there.
Oh yeah, last I saw was Death walking out, and I guess he got memed by Bradley. Danny got fucked.
Yeah, I guess it is for me, really, but for most of these guys, it's just early evening. I hope this is where they meant to come to.
Yeah, they're mortaring us? I don't know. just
those
up the
mortars
river,
are
by the
not
way.
here.
Not yet.
He said come to the southeast town.
Oh, right now we're just pushing the other fucking, like the American base.
This is the southeast town.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, I was there, and he said go to the southeast town, which is here. Which is where I've just come. I've just come all the way down.
Do we have friendly
here,
mortars? Is that what's happening, or is that enemy artillery?
So,
check your spacer.
Alright, I'm in the southeast town.
What was it?
User left your
If you see the
channel.
ravine, just follow the ravine. You eventually catch up to us.
You sent me to the southeast.
Yes, and then you should see a ravine where it's marked by some big rocks.
Yeah, I'm in the southeast, but I can see lots of smoke going up in the west and hear explosions.
Yeah, we follow the stream, and the stream goes west towards the next American base called Kaz.
You told me to go to the town to the southeast.
Oh, you misunderstood me. Oh,
no, you said go to the town to the southeast.
Okay. I apologize, I misworded. I missed a word, myself. I apologize. Yeah, just, come over to Kaz. I'm real sorry, Auntie.
You fucking dumbwit.
Can we go and check out if the shitters in the Bradley had anything valuable?
Bradley's dead.
Yes, but the fucking shitters that crewed it.
No, negative.
Cooking off.
Yeah, but it was clustered out in about 3 minutes.
What?
No, we're gonna be pushing, Kaz.
Yeah, we're gonna capture the town.
But there might be cookies in the Bradley.
Yeah, but burnt cookies now, and they're raisin cookies.
Ugh. Wait, you tell me a regular cookie with raisins in it? Not oat milk cookie? Ugh.
So there is a road which is not going to lead me there. I just gotta go that way. Follow, head towards the smoke. Fucking dumbwits. Now I've got to keep my bloody head on a swivel, haven't I?
It's to the right of the cooking off one.
Because I'm out in the open.
No, I should say it's to the northeast.
Damn. And I still haven't fired a shot. I guess now I understand why somebody typed, "Can I get a kill, please?" I mean, I don't mind not firing a shot as long as I've had fun and been useful. And I suppose I've saved the medic from getting dead, which means I've been useful.
Just in case.
But I really fancy playing this up tonight, because I've had some shit today. We've got this big storm. I was going to move cardboard boxes yesterday, but woke up really late.
Saying anything above 150.
And then the wind picked up, and I wanted to fly DCS missions, so... And then this morning, well, this afternoon I woke up with a really bad back, so I've had to work my back to get it limboed. As soon as I opened the front door, I closed it again because it's howling a gale out there and lots of rain, so I couldn't take the cardboard boxes again. And time's running out. I need to move these cardboard boxes either tomorrow... Hello. Who's that up there? Come on, give me my bloody gun. Oh, he's one of ours. Got a chopper coming in from the north.
Helicopter north. Yep.
Get covered, hide. Hide.
Yeah, it's a Chinook by the looks of it. Looks like it's escorted by an Apache or a Black Hawk as well. Hello, darling.
It's going down to our northwest.
I can see it in my... Oh, there it is. It's over there.
Attack chopper down.
What?
How you doing, Auntie?
Yeah, he got an Apache over to the northwest. That Apache's not down, you know. Now then, where's my boys? Where's my boyses?
Car, stop moving forward. Go prone now. Get down.
Aircraft incoming.
Yeah, guys, get back into the ravine.
It's dropping.
Yeah, it's not on us, don't worry. It's on the ATs.
Yeah, it's on whoever was AT.
Yeah, we're gonna be pushing over to those buildings to the southwest because I want to get away from that squad.
Yeah, whoever that was shooting AT is dead as fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, sure it's the southwest. You wanna push
aircrafts and mortar.
This time. Hello, who's that down there? Oh crap.
We could just
incoming.
Apache.
Come on.
So where am I then? I'm in some rocks somewhere. Probably there. Yeah, because I went through the... So I'm rocks here, so there should be a building...
Alright, stay on the negative. Alright, so apparently they want us to rally at JoJo now.
Down.
I just bloody come from JoJo.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, who has the stinger?
The other squad.
Fuck.
The other squad?
Kerbal, I lost eyes on you. Where are you at?
I'm to your north.
Yeah,
Where's all my fucking bandages? Oh,
That building complex to the southwest looks clear, though.
Yeah, you're right. And Daka wants us to go back to Count JoJo.
That F-15's still circling with bomb bay doors open.
Yeah.
It has explosives on there. Both of them.
User left your channel.
Should just been there, stayed where I was. So I'm now in this ravine, about here.
Hey, Kerbal, we're
So
gonna be
I'm gonna follow that
just try and
ravine
make a run for it east, and then just try to come back north to
there.
No, it's fine.
And then I'm gonna go
Oh,
over the
Jesus
top.
Christ, I just saw that.
When I see that.
See, it's all what happened?
When I see that.
F-15 outboard into the dirt.
Well,
Right, let's put that on my back.
Yeah, report one F-15 down to my name.
okay. So Kerbal, one FA-15, right?
It was a 15, yes.
Yes.
Is it 15C or 15E?
I think it was an E.
I used to be
How
an
you
E.
tell the difference?
C's don't drop bombs.
to RTB now.
Cool. Didn't even get to fire a shot.
Yeah, I still have full ammo. Like we captured the towns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's capture 2 towns. Yeah, pretty good. Did pretty good.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Yeah. I mean, they had like 15 billion Bradleys in Castle.
Oh, so we're farther south than I thought we were.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're near the special, we're north of special enemy infantry. The mark you put for us.
You're special, I'll give you that. I could have followed that ditch all the way around, couldn't I?
What do you mean there's a battle bus?
There's a battle bus. It's a bus, but with
What
guns.
does that mean?
The, Arma, yeah. Yeah, I don't really know names of vehicles. I don't know
the
names.
one with the fucking transport with a 50 on top?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's not really an MRAP. It's a truck.
No, I'll keep down here. See the difference between going southwest, the difference between down
I kind of want to blame Ducka, but I know
it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, it's on everyone's fault. My name is Ducka or blame Ducka? Luke, blame Ducka, but I don't know. Oh, okay. But that's just my
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
Get cover, battle bus north. Arma, battle bus, whatever. No idea.
Oh, that doesn't sound good, does it?
Alright guys, let's just keep on going back east, back towards base, and try to use these defilade in front of us.
Wait, we're just walking back to base?
I guess we kind of have to. We got no ride.
Well, we might as well leave them.
I don't think this would be a ride.
Hey, where do we leave those Euro? Wait, no, the M113. Not the M113, the BMP. Is it still over there?
Isn't it fucked?
We lost like 2 trucks and a BMP.
I might be able to repair it.
No, it's exploded like kaboom.
No, the BMP that we took out.
Oh, the Bradley?
Right in front of us in the northeast.
You need to be an engineer, you don't have a repair kit. If you have those. Oh, fuck.
Kerbal space.
Keep moving.
Want me to pick him up, or you got him? Oh, no, he's back up.
It looks to me that the oil terminal is now being re-garrisoned with American troops.
Expected. Yeah, so we're pulling back to our town of Raggy.
we just wiped 2 garrisons for the Americans to take?
Yeah, cleared them both out though. We're gonna have to strain the You're going to have to strain the resources to
sure. East, who's that?
Go back to Jojo. And the Americans have just shelled the whole town of Jojo. Naughty Americans. War crime Americans.
Well, get away from it because there's rock coming towards us. Let's get don't get shot at. Yep. I still saw RPG. Kerbal, are you able to move or do one of us need to come back for you?
No.
Alright, make sure.
I'm just regaining my stamina because I can't run.
Yeah. Understandable.
So the Americans are going to get blamed for more war atrocities here. Pardon me. For shelling a little town and all its inhabitants. Dear me.
Well, you're out in the open. Don't get out in the open.
Wonderful.
Yeah, when you move east, we'll just definitely. I think those are cluster motors, aren't they? Yeah, I have no idea. Well, it doesn't really matter, Blaine. Just keep moving.
Just dump my backpack of explosives.
That's interesting.
I mean, you can set your detonate switch right there now if you want to go out to, like a firework.
No, I just dumped it.
I've been
okay.
completely healed.
Yeah, make sure you just put bandages on your head and your torso, and then drink
That was interesting. That was very interesting. That's like a Zeus healing.
Yeah, Current is pretty messed up in the legs.
What are you guys thinking?
I dumped my backpack.
Will we get some combat? Because again, I haven't fired a single shot.
Yeah, I would continue. It's like, it's been 45 minutes, and do you guys want to continue, or just like be like, put it off to like next week? Nah, I want to fuck them up. They fucked me up, I want to fuck them up.
The Americans just shelled the shit out of Jojo.
No, they didn't. If it was shelled, all of those walls would be down.
I was inside when they shelled it, believe me.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I see it now. Okay, I'm sorry.
God's sakes. That guy hasn't got a frigging clue where he is.
Are we gonna continue, or? We're just, Doc, I just want such to be TV right now.
Like, shouldn't we literally just fucking respawn?
Just follow the road. Wrong road.
So, regroup, rearm, replan? Unknown this time.
He healed me to mow me down.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Monty?
I've just been shot, mate.
That's a bit Auntie.
I need to get stamina.
No, we can still be in range.
you're going to get run over by a Humvee.
I'm playing good. Just engage 7. Alright, just make sure.
That was brutal.
There's a vehicle up here.
Yeah.
Is it our truck?
Oh wait, we're back at base, aren't we?
No, we're back where...
Incredible, you have a repair kit, right?
No, I don't.
It's heading your ways, guys.
You can check to see if it's alive, though.
It's dead, but I'll see it.
Like what do you mean, dead?
Crew's dead.
I'd watch out if I was you. A Humvee just came, run me over, and then shot me dead. A Humvee.
Okay. Yeah, fine, just dead.
Yeah, I need to sleep.
User left your channel.
Alright, go back over to the truck and,
truck's sort of fun.
well, it can't be, actually, this is...
You're picking us up. Come in, pick us up.
Did you tow that personnel carrier over there?
I already asked, Dr. No.
I fucking dead man switch on and started fighting again.
A good way to do it if you do like a bunch of one-man cells or two-man cells super spaced apart.
Yeah.
Solve objectives that way.
I shot the Bradley with the fucking stick I have right now. I don't know how it's... I think it wasn't really that badly hit afterwards, but I shot it to the fucking side.
Did the ERA take care of it?
I think,
ERA, right?
I think it had, yeah. And then I got shot. And I blew up.
Well, I got sent the wrong way by my squad leader. And then he tried to cover it up and then realised that he wasn't going to get away with it with everybody else saying, yeah, you said there that way. So he apologised. Then we all got to Jojo, or I got to Jojo. And then I got shelled by the Americans and got injured, and then I got Zeus healed and then got mowed down by a Humvee and shot. I don't know who was driving the Humvee. I wonder.
So
Hey, if
just
somebody wants to
falling back to regroup,
go and
or?
get my Humvee, it's on a Finn's Humvee marker in the ravine.
It's a very sick thing to do, to get Zeus healed and then mowed down by him.
So we're gonna reinsert back up to Jojo, or we all just staying here?
He
all
promised
headed
the
back here.
airstrikes were done, but that's not gonna happen.
How far did you get?
They're all coming back here by foot.
Did you get to
It
oil?
won't be long. I didn't even get to fire a shot.
Jojo is where they're mostly regrouping, in the south of Jojo, in that general area, I think.
Yeah, the area that got bombed, that was fun.
But did you get to oil? Or is that still in the play?
They took it back.
Alright.
That was the last thing I saw before I got shelled at Jojo. Was MRAPs up there with American troops all over the place.
I just watched their Igla dude take out the Chinook instead of the H-64, and then we all got schwacked by the H-64.
I was around here when I got shot. I got shot by fucking A10. I was walking in the desert alone, and then A10 shows up and shoots me. Like, okay, fuck you too.
Well, the orders were to take out any armed helicopters, weren't they? Not the unarmed ones. So it should have been aiming the Eaglet at the Apache.
As soon as I saw we were taking anything related to oil and Americans, I probably should have just shot myself there.
So Jojo is taken.
Were you taken by them? Or by us? Taken.
No, I
no,
don't
they were
know.
taken.
Oh, I was just leaving Jojo when I got mowed down by Humvee, so...
That's a fucking A10.
It's probably coming here.
It's not good.
It's directly west.
That's it right here. They won't be able to see
West, just over the top of that bushes.
They totally won't see us here. Do you really want to shoot from here? Tell all the Americans where we exactly are and they get bombed to hell. Good idea. That's how we lost our base in like the second time you were at Rally.
Yeah.
Which was over a year ago.
Sorry, eating apple, I'll mute this.
It's quite a nice little house though. Where we got it. I feel like we have an uncomfortably wealthy sponsor, or we killed the people who own this house. That's also more likely. Yeah.
Probably the second.
Yeah.
He's trying to make the other side as well. Yep.
Well, we're the ones going to be winning hearts and mounds because the Americans have just barraged Jojo out of existence.
Auntie, I'm sorry I hit you with a truck.
Well, and then you proceeded to machine gun me?
Oh yeah.
You're not sorry at all, are you?
No, not at all. Made me feel better.
It's a good job you're invisible right now.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes the boys.
People aren't used to fighting a doctrine that's not masses of infantry, you know? Like, this is all airstrikes. It's the Americans.
Yeah, well, the Americans have just committed war crimes against that little town of Jojo.
There's no civilians there. It's a pure free fire zone.
Yeah, they all went camping together as a town. They're gonna come back home and have to stay in their tents.
They evacuated it.
That we kept on going down.
Everything is a ravine.
Hey, Auntie.
Hello, dear.
How are you?
I'm better now. Sniperwolf mowed me down in the Humvee.
Oof.
Yeah,
Understandable.
Terrible.
You want some morphine to make you feel better?
He's just given me one of those false apologies, you know? The one that, I'm really, really sorry for mowing you down. Not!
I'm just going to jump. This was terrible.
Oh, this is a party now.
Well,
it could have always went worse.
Yeah. So Doc is just saying like, hey, if you want to rearm, just rearm. Like, so that means you can grab your explosives, Kerbal, and David.
I might just go and grab myself an explosive.
I'm just hanging around.
Considering I never fired a shot, it would have been nice to have just planted an explosive somewhere. Just to say I did something.
Yeah, but I was saying, yeah, if
I can't use the personal aid kit, so I'll get rid of that and I'll take a firing device.
Yeah, so if you want to resupply medical, go resupply medical, but because we
I didn't really use too many bandages, so I probably don't need to resupply.
Exactly.
Are we going to continue to up, or
I just use bandages on other people.
I have no idea.
So,
David,
get rid of that. Pick up a firing device instead. Keep the bandages.
I scavenge a lot of RPGs.
Oh, I might actually be able to put it.
Tell someone or sleep it on the floor or whatever. What do I do with it?
No, just it's yours.
I guess put it inside one of the vehicles or something, because there's nothing really you can't do, because like all the all the previous weeks, we didn't really use it.
There it is. It's on the floor.
Wow. Yeah. All right.
On the radio, it stole my.
Huh.
Like we don't even have RPGs, right? We only have just those shitty one-shot things.
Yeah, the RPGs don't save unless they're in a crate. Oh, how do I put it in a crate?
Little ones.
No, I mean, a crate full of RPGs. If we bring that back to base, we'll have, we'll spawn with RPGs.
Okay.
Like that's how it works.
Wait, move out of the way. Move out of the way, or else you're gonna get knocked out, dude.
Yeah, move, bitch.
14, 15.
Bitch, get out of the way.
1.5 times 2 is 300 rounds, isn't it? So that'll do. Yeah, 300 rounds is plenty enough for me. That'll do. Actually, let's save that. Let's just save that.
Yeah, well.
Well, I'm good. I'm ready.
Yeah, this is a physics item,
Yeah. I'm ready.
I'm ready, by the way, Frisk.
Oh, alright.
Oh, wrong door.
I guess guys just like hang out inside or outside.
In case we actually do something, I'm ready.
Yeah, I most likely we're not gonna do anything.
What?
Sorry, repeat, Daika.
Probably can't use this trailer.
Oh, okay.
Boink. I don't know if we are playing anymore or not.
Look at how fine this art is.
Thought the idea we were.
Also, guys, grab sticks. We are gonna be going back into the well, I guess to save the other guys, and we need sticks.
I have a Panzerfaust.
That would do.
And some explosives.
Not much penetration. That's more like HE, but still.
Go ahead and RTB, we'll call it. There's no point now. Momentum has been lost anyway.
Well, actually, never mind. Everyone's just gonna RTB and just leave the server.
We did cause a Black Hawk down, and since Alexa would so probably be hunting us down for the rest of our existence. I'll be fine.
What? Game over?
Yeah, you guys shot at Chinook, and they only had 2 of those there at the moment, but you killed like 60, like, it was a dumb amount of dudes. Like, you know, hey, good job, you killed dudes.
I bet it's taking the bloody radio off me.
The Apache would.
Oh, it doesn't. Not this time. That's interesting. Every time you go in the arsenal, it usually takes the radio off you. It's that bloody bug again.
Like I said, it's whatever, but that's what all those dudes dying at once is what sparked that fucking huge fuck off airstrike.
Squadron hangout.
Yeah. Welcome to.
Holy crap!
Should be everyone.
Nope.
Wait.
Plus.
Alright, not. Oh.
Sit over near the wood pile.
Hi, how are you?
User left your channel.
Well, I survived to a point.
User left your channel. User left your channel. User left your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
It's everybody. Oh,
User joined your channel. User was moved to your channel.
Alright, so that went pretty swimmingly right up until the point you guys poked the fucking US for the most part, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a doctrine you guys aren't used to fighting for the most part. Blobs of infantry. That's about it, you know. So it's a different way to kind of think about things, I guess, because I mean, realistically, until you put the Bradleys, like nothing was really happening like that. Basically, you guys were fighting like Afghan National Army dudes, and they, you know, they're kind of my fodder. But once you guys started poking Bradleys from beyond their fucking viewpoint, I started using them and using airstrikes and stuff. The ANA don't really have airstrikes, but the Americans can call it in. But yeah, I mean, like I said, you got your ass kicked, but that's gonna happen. Every single air asset is counted. So say like they had 2 Apaches at the start, 3 A-10s, that kind of shit. I mean, you guys killed 1 of 4 Chinooks, so I mean, good on you. But the reason it was such a crazy reaction was because you killed like 2 squads of dudes, like instantaneously. So they're like, well, fuck everything over there, you know. I'm not gonna react as if it's true, if it's in real life, because if it was real life, they would have just drone striked your fucking castle base. But you know. But I mean, you guys did make ground. You took a couple places, and that'll be updated. But there's still dudes over there in gold area. So I got a good feel for about how much ground you guys think you can take and how much you can actually take. So that's good. Otherwise, you guys did pretty good for the most part. It's just, like I said, you're not used to fighting fucking air. Overwhelming air. And fucking assets that can range out to 1,300 meters with an HEI autocannon and start shooting at you. That's why I gave you all those tokens and some shit, so you could do something with them. That's why I re-added the tow to the BMD as well, so you could use it, but I guess you missed or something, I don't know.
Never heard of fire. We fired a few times.
You missed the first round. I watched it hit right in front of the Bradley, and then it fucking dunked you. But like I said, it happens. Lessons learned. You did lose some things today, but keep in mind, you're just, you know, you're basically Durka fucking insurgents. Your lives don't really mean much. There's a bajillion of you, but assets are the important part. You guys have decent AT, and I promise that there's upgrades out on field. There weren't any in the little towns today, but yeah, like the AT guy has an upgrade on field, the squad leader has a gun, an upgrade on field. There's a bunch of stuff, but you gotta earn it. And clearly, it's not going to be just, you know, hey, cat, go shoot some AI, right? No, it's going to be hard, because realistically, that last town that you guys were hitting was 2 Bradleys and 1 squad. That's it. You guys killed 1 of the Bradleys, and then the other Bradley just kind of stayed and defilade. But yeah, like I said, things happen. You guys made some ground, so good on you. Otherwise, yeah, like keep in mind that I will probably pull flanks back. I'm not just gonna leave the same shit there. That would be kind of retarded. So next week when we run, it'll be different. Not really, but I'll have fortified certain areas, and you know, as per your advancing. But otherwise, yeah, that's it. For the time being, we'll keep the left area as your AO until you clear the whole block, per se. But yeah, you guys got anything? Were frames alright?
Yeah, frames were fine.
Yep.
Yeah, they were fine.
Yeah, especially once you limited to half the map.
Yep. Well, the whole map wasn't occupied, just that like semicircle.
User disconnected from
that's what I meant, to the left half of that semicircle.
But yeah, like I said, it's a lot different. A lot of people voted to change the map to NSA, but NSA kind of fucks you a little bit because aircraft are fucking destructive.
It's also really hard to infantry skirmish forward.
Yeah, it's really well. That's why the valleys are for.
Holy shit!
Oh my! Ice dragon.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're hot miking like really loud. But yeah, like I said, you were. It's a really flat map, and like I said, you guys have those gullies, and you use them very effectively. But the idea is not to have a standing engagement with these guys, because I'm not using 100% American doctrine, but I mean, if you sit in one spot, I'm gonna airstrike you. They have planes, a lot of them, and helicopters and shit like that. You know what I mean? So they're gonna hit you. The only time Apaches take off for me right now, because really you guys aren't a fucking armor threat. You're just dudes with guns. Are basically to escort my Chinooks, and both times I've had Chinooks go up, you've shot at them. So the Apaches are like, hey, let's go kill those dudes, you know?
Yeah, like, I was driving with the Humvee loaded with 80 missiles out of base, AA truck behind us, and suddenly I hear a loud boom behind. I look around and yeah, the AA truck is kind of gone.
Yeah, the Apache
and suddenly fucking grenades exploding everywhere around.
It wasn't grenades, it was 30mm fire, but...
Yeah, I mean, those are basically grenades.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But anyway, like I said, shit happens. Don't just take it on the chin and keep moving forward. You guys did good today. Just, again, you're not used to fighting, you know, air power that's not kek hovering helicopters shooting stuff, or, you know, fucking maybe a plane every once in a while. Nah, you're fighting the U.S. Army. Make no mistake. And they're going to use the air power that they have. Go ahead.
I don't know, it was supposed to be somewhat sarcastic, but I suppose the one thing we can learn is to shoot at the thing that, shoot the attack helicopter before the Chinook. Would probably be a good idea.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Unless you're, like, sitting in a spot, I had a sniper team on field the whole time, kind of crawling around that area, like basically to y'all's, I think, north. Crawling around that big hilly area the whole time, and I had them lasing all the strikes. Like every time I called a strike in, they could see you. So unless I have that, basically the bomb strikes and stuff, unless I spawn the plane specifically just to go do stuff, it'll just fly around and dick around. You know what I mean? So most of the strikes are literally plane drops bomb, flies off map. So if you can manage to get it in that time before it drops its bomb and, you know, take it down, good on you. But preferably don't waste your very, very, very limited AA rockets on fucking basically the planes that are just there.
On planes strafing over, yeah.
Yeah, don't waste it on planes strafing over. Those were kind of for like attack helicopters and shit. Or even really, the Chinook was a great use of it. Just you should have had time to shoot the Apache down too, but like I said, you ran out.
I guess it should have been a little bit more clear on why they talked about birds hitting, but that's really...
These are the F-15s were, but like I said, it happens. Mistakes were made. I don't think you lost that tube, as far as I know.
No, I brought it back to base.
All the F-15s that fly around about my house.
So I mean, realistically, I'll give you. I'm not going to change the amount of bullets.
Or all above 15,000 feet.
Just be a little bit more
depending, of course.
Frivolous. I mean, you don't have a million of them, so
but
don't
they
launch
can also target
that flies by.
Using
you need to make sure that they count,
radar.
Even if you were launching them at everything that flies by, you only have one tube. You can only do so much.
I've heard them do it.
But yeah. Otherwise, you guys did good. Appreciate you playing. Hopefully, you had a good time. I know it was a bit of
I've got these buildings and these aircraft parts
boot
on
in
the
the ass at the end, but kind of what it had to be.
Can you see them?
Just how
no, I've got them on radar.
Felt good to start breaching the town.
Right,
Got kicked off halfway through.
Can you
drop?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
With the radar fix.
That's not you. It might even be busting my computer. But
Arma likes to kick people.
You're cleared weapons up.
Nice 360 no scope there, Kerbal, on those planes.
Again, I'm not using war crime garbage.
Like
I'm not using jerk off your war crime knowledge and all this other crap that you guys have been fed. I don't. It's a game you're shooting.
And target destroyed.
Everyone is a combatant. No, Auntie had a fucking M14, 100%. I ran her over with a Humvee, mostly because she was sitting down the road staring away from it for about 5 minutes. So I just ran him down. And realistically, if you don't think that shit happens in real life, you're an idiot. But otherwise, yes. Yeah, that happens all the time, buddy. Drop guns are a real thing. But anyway, you guys have a good night. Get off my lawn, go do other things.
How was that?
Thank you for running fun stuff.
For 5 minutes.
Yep.
Did you stream?
User disconnected from your channel.
Thanks for
User disconnected from your channel.
Cheers. See you later, guys.
From your channel.
Injured, knocked out, dead.
That's with my little.
I guess I expected a little bit more much. I love the infantry fighting or anything. I'll take that. But goddamn, 4 or 5 sticks for 1 Bradley. Damn, guys. Did I really need to point out that maybe we should flank around and get close to it? Like, fuck. I can't micromanage everything. I watched that happen. I was like, Jesus Christ, at least one of you hit it. Besides that, okay, you did pretty good. At least you listened to orders. I guess I just expected a little bit too much. The reason why I didn't bring a tow tube the first time is I thought that the vehicle team with the tow tube on their vehicle would be able to handle it. But apparently not.
It's not like an equivalent to a real tow. It's like a shoddy Russian piece of shit.
I know, but I thought you'd at least be able to, as someone of a veteran guy, to be able just to make it work. Besides that, that's all we got. I didn't want to bring a fucking tube out there, but no, as soon as we shot it.
User left your channel.
So again, whatever. It's what it is. There's always next time.
That was a little fun experience I had one.
So who here did fire
hope you
shot?
learned
Just
something.
wondering.
User left your channel.
Mate.
Yeah, I didn't fire a shot either.
I did quite well with my grenade launcher. I got shot by Bradley.
fired a shot, but had almost everything explosive at the end trying to go and pound me.
I medic lots of people, but I didn't shoot any.
Yeah, freaking one bomb lands and happens to land on the only medic's head.
Yeah, it was
the direct attack from a...
Yeah, that was the most interesting explosive that when it whacked us at the beginning.
Yeah, the sniper mentioned you specifically when we were standing around wondering whether reinserting. It's like, oh, sniper, oh, 219's dead. It's like, oh, that's our medic, that's great.
Yeah.
So you were
eventually I got saved. So I managed to go throughout the entire op without dying. So, sweet.
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty proud of myself for that one. Saved the Mascaz, I was almost bad.
Yeah.
User joined your channel.
Well. Glad that was mentioned. Fuck it.
Well, it seems like time. I also managed to get myself an M4 and go and get myself a spanking new helmet. Even though I'm not going to be able to keep that. But anyway, see you guys on tomorrow's op.
See y'all.
See User left your channel.
So when's tomorrow's op? I didn't realize this was run 2 days.
Schedule.
Oh, is it on the schedule?
Yeah.
Everything's on the schedule.
Yeah, 9 o'clock to macro ops I never do for some reason. Realism or Cold War op is usually the one of the better ones, I think.
Okay.
User left your channel.
Does anyone know when Lever's running his basic? Is he running that in when he's got marked Sunday?
Could be.
If he's running it Sunday, then yeah, it'll be on the same time the schedule says.
User disconnected from your channel.
Alright, cool. Alright, thanks.
I didn't know the basic training markers were also the specialist trainings.
Right.
I wish I knew that, because then I wouldn't be T1 for the past 6 months.
Gonna get out of it.
Looks like it's been updated to BD or whatever the fuck, because there are people confused. I was one of the people confused by that at one point. Anyhow, y'all have fun. Stay safe.
I already have 18
User
training, so
disconnected
it'll be fun.
from your channel.
Maybe he will run Grenadier. Grenadier shouldn't be that complicated, right?
The AT Grenadier was last Sunday.
I might rerun AT training just so I actually have an excuse to fire the AT sticks.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping you going on the training server and using the AT training range.
I've never really figured that out. Am I able to get on that or not? But yeah. Is it just whenever there's not an op running, then just go on Realism, go there?
Yeah. Yeah.
User disconnected from your channel. User disconnected from your channel.
That's something to do on Sundays besides homework done.
User disconnected from your channel.
Just in case Sniper didn't, he usually does, but just pull the keyboard out from my.
Oh, well, I guess I'll be out. Have a good one.
User left your channel.
He's gone. I'm gonna have to move that because that's on my knee, and every time I put my knee in, I'm screwing that out. Anyway, I suppose that's it for now, for tonight. Anyway, I've got to try and get some sleep and get up. And hang on, when's that up tomorrow?
User joined your channel.
Just check, that was the wrong one. Weekly schedule. Tomorrow's up.
User left your channel.
12 Eastern Daylight, well, Eastern Standard Time, isn't it? 12, so that's 5 PM my time. And then there's DCS op at 7 PM, so hopefully the T1 will have finished after 2 hours with a bit of luck. Anyway, we'll do that. So I've got to get on and do stuff. Hi USMC, I'm just finishing, mate. We've just had a 2 hour up there. I'm just finishing up for the night, or for the morning as it is now. God, look at the time. I mean, I've only been awake for 10 hours, but I've now got to go and try and get some sleep or do something. I've got to try and get up in the morning, so I've got to try and get some sort of sleep. And as there's a storm raging here, hopefully it's going to die itself out tonight so I can get stuff done tomorrow, or else I'm screwed. Tomorrow and Sunday is all I've got left. I've got to clear some boxes away and get them into storage. I need to get it seriously done. I've put it off far too long. So, anyway, yeah, sorry, we're just clearing up. If anybody, by the way, out there is after lot ATC, is it lot ATC? Yeah, and it's the pain. USMC, it's Ghost, I'll call you Ghost. It's the pain in my legs has been keeping me awake at night. It's stinging, throbbing. It's just it's getting a couple of hours later every day by the time I get to sleep, which has really screwed my sleep pattern out. So I might I'll nip to bed now and have a couple of glasses of wine, and hopefully that'll help put me to sleep. But I don't know, I'm just gonna have to, even if I just get a few hours, just enough to knock it on the head, you know, to help me get down, because I've got to get some sleep. Got to get some sleep. I really do. She said, "Oh, that's not nice to hear." I'd hate to think anybody's got the same problems I have with the pain. I mean, my mum actually has had the same sort of thing with arthritis before. She had that sort of pain. She calls it like dancing legs, because her legs are always stinging, so that she's got to keep moving them, you know. And then she had arthritis in her knees on top of that, so that's not been good. I've got arthritis in my knees myself, so it's not a nice thing. The more I walk, the worse it gets for me. My mum had rheumatoid arthritis by the sounds of it, though, because as long as she kept her legs moving, they weren't so painful, you know. They didn't seize up like mine do. And it's really stupid, and I can't work this one out, but when it's cold, damp weather outside, for a lot of people with arthritis like myself, the pain seems to be worse. And I live indoors all the time, and I don't open my curtains, so I don't actually know what the weather is outside unless the sun is shining against the window, or I can hear the rain patting against it, you know. I don't know what the weather is outside, but I can always tell when it's cold, wet weather, because my knees ache. And I said this to numerous people, what is it, you know, with arthritis, that it knows when it's cold, wet weather outside? And they said, and like if I'm in the shower or anything like that, they don't ache. It's only if it's cold, wet weather outside. And they said because outside it's cold and wet and damp, and in your shower it's hot and wet and damp. And I said, yeah, but if I'm in the house and I'm dry, I'm just sitting down doing nothing, my legs still ache even when it's cold. And I said, that's because it's cold, wet and damp outside. I said, but that's outside the house. I'm in the house in a nice warm environment, so how come the weather outside makes my knees ache? That's a really weird one. But I'm not the only one. There are loads of people with arthritis will tell you exactly the same thing. If it's cold, wet and damp outside, it makes their arthritis flare up, which is really strange considering we live in a nice warm house and we shouldn't be affected by the weather outside. Isn't that strange? It's really, 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 really strange. Really strange. Oh, she's got an Arma, she. Oh, yeah, it's not good. I met somebody who was 20 years old when I was doing a university course, and it was lunchtime, and we both got all our tablets out on the desk to have at the same time, you know. And I'm looking at her pretty coloured tablets, and I'm looking at my pretty coloured tablets, and I said, "Do you want to swap some?" Yeah, swapsies. Yeah, like I've got a peanut and butter jelly sandwich, and you've got I don't know, crisp sandwich. Do you want to swap one? You know, that sort of thing. And it's like, do you want? I'll swap you some of mine. You have to, and she said, no. She says, because this is experimental medication. I says, well, I'm always up for experimental medication. And she says, no, this is some new drug on the market for arthritis. I says, why are you taking it then? And she says, because she's got arthritis of the spine. And she's 20 years old. 20 years old, and she had arthritis in her spine. I was thinking, shit, man. I mean, if you were 60s or 70s and you had arthritis in your spine, you'd understand that. You know, you've had a lifetime of using the damn thing. But to be 20 years old and have arthritis, that's just not nice. You know, that's just like, what did you do to piss, you know, somebody off to be given such an affliction at such a young age? It's like, oh my, you know, if you were to believe in that sort of thing, you know, like religious or fate of the universe or stuff like that, it would be, you know, God blimey, what did she do? But no, I mean, 20 years old and arthritis. But well, I said to her, I says, is it working? And she says, yeah, it's better than the last stuff she was on. I says, really? She says, yeah. She says, it does help with the pain quite a bit. I says, oh, that sounds promising then. But this was some experimental drug that she was on, so I didn't even know what the name of it was. But luckily for her, it was working for her. But oh, she got it at 20 as well. Flipping heck. It wasn't your mum I met, was it? I mean, this was about 5 years ago, so I doubt it, eh? Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, I'm on all kinds of stuff for different types of pain, but you can't. There's nothing out there for nerve pain. You know, there's only stuff that has side effects that help with nerve pain. Because I mean, what you're talking about here are nerve impulses that are going to your brain, that it's mucking about with. And one of the big medicines out there, I've mentioned it on here before, gabapentin, is an anti-epileptic drug, but it's one of its side effects is it dulls down nerve pain in about 30% of people who've taken it. So they gave it to me and said, here, just try this. And I said, what's that then? They said, you know, it's an anti-epileptic. I said, I'm not epileptic. And they said, no, but it's side effects. I said, what other side effects has it got? And they said, you'll forget everything. It's got a very bad effect on your memory, which it has. My memory's so bad, but there is nothing else that comes close to touching the pain that this does. Oh, you live over that side of the pond. Okay, no, I've not been that side of the pond, so no, that wouldn't have been. But yeah, I said to my doctor, I says, oh, this stuff's really screwing with my head. She says, well, I can take you off it. I says, what can you give me in its place? She says, well, there's nothing really. I said, oh, well, I better stay on it then, just lose my memory slowly. It's nasty. I just wish they could split the drug apart, you know, like they've done with some other medicines. You know, like you derive, you find something that works, and then you derive stuff from it, like what is it? It's like willow leaves and willow bark, right? It has oh, what is it? I can't remember the name of it. It has a drug in it that you derive aspirin from. It's not actually aspirin itself, because aspirin is a synthetic medicine. But the drug that you can derive aspirin from, or the originally derived aspirin from, was what you find in willow leaves. So if you chew on very new willow leaves, or you chew on willow bark, you get a pain relief from it, which has been used through the centuries. You know, if you buy a survival book or you do survival training, they'll teach you that the willow bark and willow leaves will give you a sort of a bit of pain relief. But it isn't aspirin, because aspirin is a completely man-made substance. Aspirin is a salicylic acid. So you take this stuff that's like in willow leaves and you add a type of acid compound to it, and it binds with it, and it makes this a salicylic acid, which is aspirin. It's what was called aspirin. And then from aspirins they derived I think ibuprofen and other things, you know, came about from that by adding that to other stuff and getting other stuff. It's like paracetamol, you know. They still don't know how paracetamol works, and the drug's over 50 years old, but they still don't understand how it works properly. They have an idea of how paracetamol blocks pain, but they can't put their finger on it and say this is exactly what it does, which is really odd, because that blew me away. That did, when they said it's such a great painkiller, especially if you add it to other things, like if you add it to opium or you add it to well, whatever else. They boost each other. They boost each other's effects. Paracetamol is one of these boosting type agents. So if you take paracetamol on its own, you get a good pain measure dose. If you take opium on its own, you get a good, a bit of a stronger pain dose. If you take them together, it like boosts the effect like 5-fold compared with taking them on their own, sort of thing, if you know what I mean. So they complement each other in the boosting of pain relief, which is quite odd. But they still can't narrow down what paracetamol actually does to dull down the pain. Quite amazing. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go, guys. It's like 1 AM here, so I need to go and I need to unwind a bit. It's probably going to be 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning by the time I get sleep. But I need at least 4 hours sleep tonight, 4 maybe 5 hours. So if I get sleep by 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I get 5 hours sleep, that'll be 8 AM. If I can push 5 hours, that should do me for the day. 5 hours should do me. But anyway, like I say, if any of you guys are interested in getting that lot ATC, it's like CGI software for DCS World. I'm running a bit of a club, if you call it a club, I don't know. Yeah, enter into it. You send me, if I can get 10 people, I think I've got 9 at the minute. If I can get 10 people, it will cost you 16 euros instead of the 25 euros I think it normally costs. If I can get 20 people, it'll only be 11 euros each. It would be 10 people. If 20 people would normally cost you 10 euros each, but because people are sending me money via PayPal are taking nearly €1, and it's done in euros, not dollars or pounds or anything. It's done in euros because the guy's European that does it. So PayPal is taking a whole euro if you send me money, so it has to be 16 instead of 15 and 11 instead of 10. But if I can get 20 people, it'll only cost 11 euros instead of 25. I think it's 25, which is an incredible saving. So for the first 10 people who are sending their $16 in, I think it's $16, I'll be refunding $4 or $5 of that. I think it's $4, isn't it? I'll be refunding, let me see, no, I'll be refunding $5 of that, not $4. What am I thinking? Yeah, I'll be refunding $5 of that if we get 20 people. So everybody who coughs up like their 16 euros for it, if we get 20 people, I'll be refunding that to the first, well, the first 19 people, I guess, isn't it? Oh, I can't remember. Is it just a screenshot? Oh, this here, yeah, that's a screenshot. I'll show you that. I'll show you. It's not just a screenshot though. Pictures. There you are. That's the actual screenshot. Oh no, it's not. That's a different screenshot. Is it? Ha! It is. That's a different one. Hang on. There it is. That's the one. That's the screenshot. That's how big it is. It's actually 3 monitors wide, and I just take the bit in the middle because you can't see the other 2 monitors. But that's how wide it is. It would make a great poster on your wall, wouldn't it? I also got this one as well. That's the other one I use. That's another one I use. And I've also got one with oh, I can't find it, but I've also got one with the F-18. Very similar F-18 shot, which I don't have to hand. But it's around here somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, I can't find it. I got it around somewhere though. But that's another one I've got. But that's the current one. It's not a bad shot, that is it? And these are all in-game shots as well. These are in-game shots. Isn't that actually? Is that the same? Where's my pictures? Is that the same valley on a different day? What have I just done with all? Where are my pictures? I've lost them. Well, this is nuts, isn't it? Hang on, let's refresh that. That's the Harrier one. That's that one. That is the same valley, isn't it? Hang on, let me... That's the same valley. Oh, it's the same bloody picture. Hang on a minute. Where's the Harrier one? Stupid me, I've got the wrong one. Harrier 3. There you are. Is that the... Oh, no, that's not the same valley, is it? I just can't put them one on top of the other. There, get back. Just looks similar. It's not the same valley. Nah, not even close. There's so many really good valleys in the Caucasus, especially with the early morning weather. Yeah, it would look nice on canvas board, wouldn't it? Actually it would, apart from this white writing over here. But you can get rid of all that. I mean, I could crop it about there, couldn't I? That'd probably be better. But yeah. Yeah, it's a screenshot. The box ones. Yeah, the box ones. Actually, you know what would be even better, because it's hard to get the same look. I mean, I used to do a lot of wildlife photography, as some of you know, and then I moved on to astrophotography, taking pictures of galaxies. Now that is completely different. If you're taking pictures of galaxies, let me see if I can find some. I'll just go on the network to find it. Let me find my network. 5B TB3. No, that's not it. I need 5TB1. Come on. There it is. Astro pictures. Astrography pictures. Let's find something like M33. The Whirlpool. That one will do. No, that one won't do. Yeah, that one will do. Actually, it would be better if I could get a bigger picture of it. Where's the desktop wallpaper, Tiff? Desktop wallpaper. There it is. There's a desktop wallpaper. That's one I use for desktop wallpaper. because that's 1920 by 1080, right? So that's M33, the Whirlpool Galaxy. Sorry, Triangulum. M33. And when it's on a computer screen, it's light that's been projected at you, you know, from the screen. That's why it's got, you know, white borders, because it's light that's been pushed towards you. If you print this on like glossy paper, then what you're seeing is light reflected off the paper, and it just doesn't look the same. It doesn't look anywhere near as good as what it does on a computer monitor. I don't know if you can you look at these, can you make it without a border? Hang on, view actual sign. No, that doesn't work. I don't know if you can do it. Can you look at it borderless? Is there not a thing there? Oh, there it is, borderless. There you go. So there's a borderless. So that's what it's looking like. So when you're looking at it on a printout, it doesn't look anywhere near as good as what it looks like on a computer screen, because the computer screen is all backlit and it's chucking the light into your face. It's not reflected light. So you can get these new things. Hello, come back. Bloody thing. Now it's gone. Come on. This is the problem with having 3 bloody monitors. Oh no, it's gone again. Oh, there it is. Hang on. Oh, God's sakes. Stop doing that to me. It's, I can't make it go small. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Stupid damn thing. Get up there. So you can get these new light boxy type things. You can get light boxes so that you can have light behind them, and what you do is you print this onto a transparency. You get a photographic transparency, not like a slide, not like a slide, but it's a positive photographic transparency, like an acrylic sheet, and you put it through your photographic printer, and it will print all that stuff on it, and then you can put it on the light box, and it's lit from behind with like LEDs, like white LEDs or whatever, and as long as it's done correctly, it's an even white light that it's shone behind it, so you got no hot spots, and they look really good. They look really, really good. And here's one of what they call the North American nebula. And if I is that one? Can you not do that? There's a way of rotating it, isn't there? On here. I always thought you just clicked on that and it would rotate it. I can't rotate. Anyway, if you were to rotate that anti-clockwise or counterclockwise, you would see that this would be Florida and this would be the Isthmus of Panama, I think they call it, isn't it? With Mexico down here, and New York and Washington over here, and California over here, I think. But that's what they call the North American nebula. And then we've got I put this on my bank card. I've had to brighten that up so that to put it on a plastic bank card, I had to really saturate it an awful lot to get it, and it's over-coloured. That's really, really over-coloured. Let me see if I can find a one that isn't as coloured as that. Hang on, that's what it would look like. That's its normal colour, and these are true, what they call true colours. Not like now this one wasn't taken by me, but that's the pillars of Hercules in what you call Hubble colours. what they do is they take a normal photograph and they photograph it through filters for oxygen and helium and hydrogen and stuff like that. They take it, so they take the picture through various filters, and what they do is they falsely color it. So I think oxygen is green, helium is another color, and hydrogen is another color. But I did take a picture of this myself.
Your channel was edited.
Here it is. I think that's it. There's my picture of it. My channel was edited. That's because I'm the only one left in my channel. Yeah, let's
disconnected.
Let's get out of there. So if you look at that and then you look at this, you see this bit here, they call it, it's the Eagle Nebula, and if you turn that way, oh, that'll work. Hang on, too far. Yeah, I know what it looks like when you're looking at it. If you look at it that way, right, that's the eagle's head, and that's a fish that it's carrying, and this is its wings. So if you have a look at mine, I don't know if you can, there you go. If you look at mine, let's see if I can put these side by side this way. There's mine. So actually that one's not in the shot, but there's the fish with its little paws, and there's its head. So there's the fish, there's the paws, sorry, there's the fish and its paw, and there's its legs, and that's its head. I think. And that you can see the folded back wing there, right? But what you can't see in there is this bit over the top here. That bit there that is not very well contrasted is this here. I mean, Hubble's much better than I am. I don't know if I got another one. I've got a one that's more brightly coloured, but you can't see the difference. Now I do have a black and white one that I did. I can't see the black and white one in this list of them. Where's the black and white one? I did a black and white one which was more contrasty. I just haven't worked on these in a few years, and you can only take a picture of this from my location at the height of summer, and you only get a couple of hours to do it because it's very far south. You're much better off in from the equator downwards taking a picture of that. I can't find the black and white version of it. Oh, never mind. But yeah, this bit here where this bright light is there, that's that bright light there. Is that bright light there? And this bit over the top, you can only just make that out. I don't know if I zoom in. Can I zoom in that? But yeah, let's make it the right size. So that bright spot there is this bright spot here. So as you can see, there are two stars there, a bright one, and that's them. And then this halo here around this dark V is this dark V here with the halo around it, and this cloud is much more defined than it is in my shot. And this round black hump on the photograph there is this wing here. So that's the eagle's wing and the eagle's head and a fish in its claws. That's why they call it the Eagle Nebula. And this is taken with my modest telescope from my back garden. So, but as you can see, Hubble has a much clearer image and a much bigger dish than I've got. So, but that's and like I say, that's way too brightly coloured. But I wanted it on my bank card. What else we got? There's Andromeda. That's going to smash into us in about 4 billion years. About 4 billion years, it's going to hit the Milky Way. Except it's not actually going to hit it. It's just going to pass through it, really. Everything in the everything in the universe is moving away from everything else, except Andromeda. It's coming closer. It's gonna hit us, man. It's gonna take our heads off. Except, so the Milky Way and Andromeda are they're entangled together. They're in a gravitational pull of each other, and they're spiraling into each other, and that they'll merge eventually to become one much bigger galaxy, by which time our sun would have boiled the planet to pieces anyway, because in 1 billion years time our planet will become uninhabitable because the sun will have got so hot that it'll have boiled all the water off. And then in about 3.5 billion years it's going to expand past a red giant and go nova and turn into a white dwarf. So it's all going to be game over by the time Andromeda hits us anyway. But I mean, space, like it says in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, space is big, really big. It's so big that you can't imagine it. So the distance between all the stars in this galaxy and the distance between all the stars in our nearest star is 4 light years away. 3.4 light years or 4.3 light years. Proxima Centauri. I'll get it right in a minute. Proxima Centauri is our nearest neighbour, and it's like 4.3 million light years away. Now the sun is 8 light minutes away. So if you can imagine how far a light year is away, if the sun is like 8 light years away, right? All these stars in both of these galaxies, they're going to hit each other, and the fact of the matter is very few stars are actually going to hit each other, because the gap between the stars is so vast that we'll push through each other like you clasping your hands together and interlacing your fingers. In the grand scheme of things, very few stars will actually collide with each other when we interact with each other. It's just going to be I'd love to be there to see it, you know, like from a distance. It's going to be quite something. Oh, I think I found that pillars. There you are. There it is in black and white. Look. So there it is, black and white. So in black and white, actually there's some rather nasty artifacts in there. It's because I did it badly. It's a bad image then. So yeah, they're going to come together, these two galaxies, Andromeda and the Milky Way, and they are, well, it's not going to be a big fireworks show like everybody thinks it's going to be. Right, what else we got? We've got I've got a very bad picture of Orion. That's a very bad picture of Orion. Very, very bad, actually. This is the Running Man Nebula. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like can you? Oh, you can grab. Looks like a running man. Actually, looks like Batman running. Looks like a running man. That's part of the Orion Nebula. And then this is the Orion Nebula itself. The Horsehead Nebula is in here somewhere as well, because it's part of it, but I can't quite see it. In fact, I can't remember where it is. It's in here somewhere, but this is, like I say, this is a very poor picture. It's something that I want to revisit. It's my very first Orion Nebula picture, and there are much better pictures than this. But there is a guy that has a picture of the Orion Nebula which looks absolutely stunning, and I've got exactly the same equipment that he has when he took his, and it's one of my, well, probably my only ambition is to get a picture as equally as good as his. So look at that one. That's another. What happened to this? I was just getting the colours right with this, because these colours are quite bad, but this is the same one. As you can see, much better colours and a much better image. To be fair, it is a much better, much more higher resolution image than the first one. But the only problem with it, if you notice this big blur around here, mist started to roll in as I was taking these, and that's actually dew starting to form on the bloody camera lens, and that's what's given that its the same with this shot. This is a shot of the Pleiades. The very hot blue brand new stars that aren't going to last very long. They're going to last a lot less time than ours, but as you can see from the bloom around all the stars, it was getting misty, and I didn't realise it was getting misty when I was taking these. So the Pleiades is another one, but Orion and the Pleiades are just coming up to be good now. So I've got the next 4 months to start taking more pictures like these. I'm hoping to get more pictures then, because that would be a much better picture. What's the Milky Way? 100,000 light years across? I can't remember, Gumbo. I really can't. Something like that. Or is it a million light years across? No, it's going to be more. I'd have to Google it, to be honest. I'm not very good with. Yeah, let's Google it. Was it Milky Way, wasn't it? Okay. Yeah, 100,000 light years. Yeah, there you go. And that's not a picture of the Milky Way. It's about 30 kiloparsecs. Yeah. Kiloparsecs. Yeah, Star Chaser, The Legend of Orient. Yeah, that's a movie we were discussing last night. Here's low tech. This is that low tech. How many we've got now? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 people. Yeah. So we got 9 people. We need one more. One more, and I'll send off for it if we're not going to get any more people. Yeah, but this is more like the true colours that you would see. And what gets me is, like, if you were close up to this, we can only see it like this because we're so far away. Because it's a diffuse gas nebula. You wouldn't see it like this if you were inside it. It wouldn't look like that at all. But what gets me is, like, all these, like, clouds of, like, grey dust and stuff, you see. And to get that centre part right, which is called the trapezium, I think, there's a number of very bright stars in there that cause this blowout of colour. What you've got to do is you've got to take pictures of the overall nebula, and then you've got to dumb down this bit and then take pictures inside here, much shorter exposures, to actually see the stars, and then you've got to overlay that over the top. And it takes an awful lot of work to not get the white blowout in the middle there. It takes a lot of work, and most people, when they're doing this, they use different filters and take like hydrogen alpha filters and stuff like that, and helium oxygen filters, and do a very similar thing to what Hubble does with its colours. But that's closer to the colour than that is. That's more purpley. I think this was taken with a DSLR, this one. I took this with a DSLR and a quite large lens, 400mm lens, probably 300 or 400mm lens. There's probably about 23-minute exposures in that. It doesn't take much to get it. You can't. I mean, if you ever look at Orion and the night sky, and you see the fuzzy bit, you know, what they call the sword of Orion, you get the 3 belt stars, and from there you see the fuzzy blob. Well, this is the fuzzy blob. This is what the fuzzy blob looks like close up. So you don't need a huge amount of telescope and a huge, stupidly expensive camera. A DSLR with a 300mm or a 400, 500mm lens on it would get you this picture. What costs the money is having a motorized mount that can keep track with it, because after just a few seconds at that sort of magnification, you would get star trails. You know, just after a second or two you would get star trails. So what you've got to do is you've got to get a motorized mount that will actually track the stars. And what I have is a motorized mount that's linked up to a camera. Grumpy Finn, thanks for hosting my stream, man, but I'm going to bed soon. I've been on half an hour since the last time I said I was going, but yeah, what happens is I've got a camera attached to the top of the telescope that looks through the viewfinder telescope, and it picks up like this star here, and I've got a piece of software that tracks that star. So if that star starts moving across by 1 pixel on the camera, it will make the motorized mount move enough to bring that 1 pixel back in line. So if you can imagine this zoomed in on a particular one star, it'll track either that star or this star. You know, you pick a star, a faint star near what you're tracking, and it will look it will zoom in on it, and if that moves across by 1 pixel on that camera, it will move the motorized mount to put that star exactly back to where it was. And then the next time it moves a pixel, it'll move it back, and again and again and again, and then it builds up a bit of a picture, so that it knows how fast that star is going to move across by a pixel in this direction or wherever, and it will gradually start anticipating that star moving, and it will start to move and track in real time. So it will keep pinpicked with a crosshair on a particular star. And what they're saying is, what the professionals are now saying is 10 years ago what equipment they were using is now what the amateurs have now. So what equipment we've got is what the professionals were using like 10 years ago. That's how fast this business has come on, with CCDs and CMOS cameras and telescope technology and stuff like that. So Betelgeuse is in Orion. Yes, Betelgeuse is up here somewhere. According to this picture, it would be up here. I don't know if I can see it on this one. No, it's a big bright orange star. It's up about here, I think, Betelgeuse. But yeah, you can see it, and it might have already gone nova by now, but it takes so long for the light to get here, or supernova. Betelgeuse has gone supernova. And if it happens in our lifetime, it'll be as bright as the moon when it goes. It'll be as bright as the full moon for a number of weeks, I think, as it gradually fades back. But yeah, it'll be a huge bright star in the sky when Betelgeuse goes. Or Betelgeuse, as people are starting to call it. I know, all these new names they're coming up with things. What's that? Yeah, look. That was the stuff that I had. You put it. It's just a what do you call that? The bit on the bottom of your forum profile. That's what that is. Just trying to see if there's anything else is in here. Oh, here's the witch's broom. You like this one? There's the riches. That's the witch's broom. Now there's one that accompanies that. There's the witch's broom, and there's another one that sits above it. I don't know if I've got the picture here, but here's another one for you. There's the whirlpool. No, that's the wrong one. No, hang on, cancel that. I want the JPEG version. That's the whirlpool galaxy. That's well blown up. That's one of my very first images. This big galaxy, this little one is actually feeding into this one, because they think they've collided. They've already collided. But somewhere in here is a picture actually of a supernova. There was a supernova in there. I'm just trying to see if I can find it. I don't know if it's in this directory. No, I can't find it. Where the hell was it? Where did I put it? Come on, be in here. It's not in here. That's a shame. I thought it was in here. Or is it? Hang on. Is that it? That's it. No, that's a different supernova. That was supernova 2012 AW in M95 Virgo, and you put the red lines on to show that's where the supernova is. But that's a galaxy, and that's a supernova. You see how bright it is? and they're very close to each other. So that star going supernova is almost as bright as the galaxy itself. Huge, huge, huge Big Bang that. Now then, there's a one which I don't have on here. I'll try and find it for another time, but it looks, I call it the alien's head. It looks like the alien head, you know, the head out of Aliens. That's what it looks like. But here's yeah, that's actually called the Veil Nebula, the Witch's Broomstick. But it's called Veil. I don't know if I can open this. I'll have to open this with something else. Try that one. I don't know if it'll open it with that. That's the Sombrero Nebula, or the Sombrero Galaxy, sorry. It's not a very good picture. You want to see Hubble's version of that. Oh my god, that's amazing. Sombreros. Let me get rid of this. I'll get rid of that one, and I'll bring up the put it on here. Where is it? This is yeah, more images. Where's I want Hubble's image. I think this is Hubble's image of it. Yeah, that'll be a. That's Hubble's image of it. Mine does not do that justice, but hopefully one day I'll have something that looks like that. But that's just incredible. A side-on, edge-on look at a galaxy. Isn't that so cool? Yeah, that's brilliant, isn't it? Imagine. That's great. Anyway, I'm gonna have to knock it on the head. I just wish I could find that one that I call the alien's head. I don't know where it is. Let's see if I can find it. I try and keep all the images that are processed, you see, in one directory, but somewhere around here I've got this one that looks like the alien's head. I call it alien's head. No, I can't find it. That's a shame. Is it in there? Nah. Don't know where it is, but that's a real shame. What's that one? Oh, that's Bodes. I haven't finished with that one yet. I've got loads and loads of stuff there I haven't finished. Ah, that's the bubble, which wasn't very good because I cocked up. It's very blurry. I didn't quite get the focusing right because I was taking it with a DSLR and a 600mm lens with a ×2 converter on. But I don't know if you can make that out. That just looks like a bubble in the middle there. So, much better pictures. Bubble Nebula. Yeah, I just wonder. That's more like a proper colour. All these are all false colours. But as you can see, there are people with a lot more stuff than I've got, a lot more technology to be able to take these pictures. That's what mine would look like. I think that, or maybe that's more likely what mine would look like by the time I've finished taking the pictures. That's what it'll look like, mine. Where else? Where's the it's birds, the bubble, the crab. I tried taking a picture of the Crab Nebula as well, but that was blown out in the middle. This is taken with a Canon 5D that I modified for astrophotography. That's where you get this blue bloom off the side. It's heat from part of the sensor, and that's why I keep getting this blue bloom. But I've now got a proper professional Sony CCD camera that I use, and I've only used it bloody once since I bought it, and that was over 4 years ago, because I haven't been able to get the gear out because of my back, Because it's damned heavy stuff to be carting out and about, I tell you. I mean, you've got to carry out 5 kilogram weights to put on the side. NGC 49, what's that? NGC what? Oh, that was the supernova, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I wish I could find that one that looks like the alien's head. Oh, I'm really upset I can't find that. Because it really is good. I say to people, can you not notice that this actually looks like an alien's head? And they went, oh yeah. I just can't remember what galaxy it's actually called. Yeah, never mind. I wonder if it's in my pictures. No, I'm not going to even look for it. It's too late now. It's like 1:30. Oh God, it's nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. This is no good. Been sat here far too long. Save games. Beta. I'm just trying to find the screenshots I took the other night. I want those screenshots copied to my network. So I want to put some up on. Where am I? TCS World. That's what I want. TCS World and screenshots. Screenshots. I'm just copying these. I'll show you a couple of screenshots that I took. There's screenshots I took from the other night of everybody in formation. Damn, you know, screenshots are crap, aren't they? When you look at these things in game, it's 1920 by 1080, really clear and crystal and all that lot, and then you take a bloody screenshot. And it doesn't save it with all your in-game graphics settings. It just takes a really crappy screenshot. I mean, look how jagged all that is. That's horrible. So I don't know how I've taken. Let me get rid of that. I don't know how I took a screenshot as good as this. Considering this is 3 screens wide, although you can see some jagged stuff over the top there. I don't see how I've been able to take good screenshots like that when I'm getting this crap. I mean, look how bad that is. Look how jerky that is. How the hell am I going to make that any better than that in Photoshop? There's no way I'm going to get that. And the anti-aliasing is clearly off. I don't know. Maybe I've got to put anti-aliasing on in-game instead of not on the graphics card. I have no idea. But that's really pissed me off because they were going to be really good screenshots. That's going to be a really good screenshot, and now it's crap. It's yeah. But this is what was confusing people when we went first to 2.5. People were taking screenshots to try and show people the difference. There's a good thread on the forums about it when I had all my stuttering, you know, that you sorted me out with, Gumbo. When I had all those micro stutters, and I was watching that. In fact, that link is on the YouTube video, which has now got, I think it's one of my biggest watched YouTube videos. That is like 3,000 viewers or something to that. I was like quite impressed. And when it turned out to be the micro stuttering was due to me having a little bit of overclock on my chip, or a little bit too much overclock on my chip. But the people on that thread that were updating the thread with all the this is the best settings you can have, this, that and the other, the guy was saying every time he took a screenshot and went to show people his settings, the screenshot would be like crap. So he had to take the picture with his camera on his phone on the screen just to show people in the forum what it actually looked like on his screen, because every time he took a screenshot it removed all the anti-aliasing, everything. And I think that's the screenshot that you get by taking screenshot with the, you know, the print screen button in the game. if you take a DCS screenshot, it removes all the anti-aliasing. What you've got to do is hold down your Windows key and press print screen, and then it takes a snapshot of what's on your monitors. So at least I think that's going to work. I'm going to have to try that tomorrow night, or tonight as it's going to be. Jeez, I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here. If I sit here any longer, my back's going to be ruined for tomorrow, and I've got so much I've got to get done tomorrow. It's you lot, it's your fault. You're keeping me here talking about all kinds of rubbish. But anyway, hopefully then, pardon me, burping here. Hopefully in the next few weeks or whatever, I might be able to get me telescopes out if I can arrange a really crystal clear frosty night. That's going to be good, because I now live in a very light polluted area, unfortunately, which is a pain in the ass. But if I can arrange for a nice really clear frosty night in advance, I might see if I can get the telescope out and do some astrophotography, and I might even be able to stream a bit of it if I can work out how to do that. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to do that though, because I usually do it from a different PC, which needs completely resetting up because it's 4 years since I did any, so I'm going to have to get all the software sorted out on the PC and do a trial run. Here's me looking across the room to see if I can figure out how I'm going to do this. I think what I might have to do is set it off doing its thing while I'm sat here playing games, and then as the photographs are done, because I'll be using 5 or 10 minute exposures, after each like 5 or 10 minute exposure comes in, what I'll do is I'll examine it on my stream, and then the next day, once I've got all these 5 or 10 minute exposures or whatever I'm doing, I'll put them together. I'll try and stream it from a different PC, and I'll show you how these photographs are stacked one on top of each other, and it'll show you them stacking, because the software has to match up all the stars correctly for each one and adjust its position, and then it layers it down, and it layers all these photographs one on top of the other, and then you slowly see this picture building out, and you slowly see it getting better. And then what you got to do is stick it in Photoshop and do a lot of post-processing to bring out all the colours and stuff like that, and whatever else, or stick it into other specialist software which I haven't got. You have to buy it. It's very specialist software. So anyway, we'll see what happens over the next few months. I mean, it takes months and months to get all the targets that you want, especially with British weather. You never know what the hell it's going to be like. So, you know, they'll say, oh yes, it's going to be a lovely clear night, and then it's cloudy, because British weathermen just can't get it right, even though they've got supercomputers that tell them what the weather's going to be. Yeah, anyway, I better go, yeah. I better go. But you can find better pictures than what I've got there from Hubble and that, if you want some desktop wallpaper. You can get some really cracking stuff out there. So, but anyway, I shall go to bed now. Yes, definitely go to bed. See if I can get some sleep. I mean, I downloaded. Here I go again. You see, I because I was doing astrophysics with the Open University. We had links to NASA and to ESA to download Hubble images, and there's a database where you can download all the latest Hubble stuff, because it's going to keep the scientists that are running Hubble, it's going to take them 30 or 40 years to do all this data. So they open it up to a lot of academic communities, you know, like the universities and that lot, and say, look, if you want a data set, here's a data set, but please let us have your findings back so that we can add it to the database of already done stuff. So I managed to get in on the database for a lot of the photographic images, and I downloaded the whole database, and it's gigabytes and gigabytes of information I've got. It took forever at the time to download. My internet connection was not as good, and I just downloaded the subjects that I was interested in, and like I say, there was gigabytes of information. In fact, there's probably a terabyte of stuff that I got, and I had to be more selective about what I actually wanted, because the amount of stuff that's come down from Hubble, like I say, it's going to be taking them 30 or more years to actually sort through the data. But it's the same with all the rest, like Cassini and the satellite that's out there. You know, the satellites that go around Jupiter and Saturn and that. The information that they've got back there. I mean, that they pick out a select few photographs that they put up on the web and that lot to let people see. But the amount of data that they've got to sift through keeps them going for years and years and years. It's not just photographs, but it's other data that comes with the photographs. You know. Data from radio telemetry that they have on board, radar data, data from sensors on the aircraft that sense different types of elements that the spacecraft can pick up once flying through different bits of dust. You know, magnetometers on there, spectrum analyzers and that lot. Lots of oh, I can't even say the word. Spectroscopy. I'll get it right in a minute. Just basically looking at the different colours through the coloured filters, you know, through the filter colours, to see what's there as it flies behind. As the spacecraft flies behind the planet, it'll look back at the sun, so that as the sun is setting through the atmosphere, it'll do spectroscopy on the gases that are in the planet. So you find that, you know, what's in the planet through looking at the sun and knowing what elements would be missing and things like that. Oh, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, all that data they got to sift through. It's going to take them 30 more years for each one. You know, it's like Voyager. I mean, the Voyager data is still coming in, and that was launched in 1977, or they were launched in 1977. I remember watching them on the TV after they launched. It was amazing. And they said, oh yeah, now it's going to go on its umpteen-year journey out into space, and we're going, yeah, you know, we're all going to be pensioners by the time. And little did we know they'd still be working. So hey, you know, I mean, they're only just working. They've had to switch nearly everything off now, and there's not much more for them to actually do. They've done their job, and they're now passing out through the outside of the solar system. But they've still got enough power on board from the nuclear power cell to send stuff back. But what they're sending back is at such low power that we have to have the biggest dishes on Earth to actually collect that data. But they're still sending it back. So that's you know, that's hats off to the guys who did engineering back in the early 70s with you know, silicon chips that were back then. I mean, there's more computing power in a bloody cell phone than what's on board Voyagers. You know, that's how big cell phones are. Anyway, bedtime. It's bedtime. I've got to go to bed. Catch you guys later. I hope you've enjoyed this chat and the Arma we did tonight. And like I say, if there's anybody out there wants this lot ATC, you better get in there quick. We're up to 9 people already. I'd love to get 20, but it's been a slower uptake than what I thought it would be. I keep getting asked by people, oh, can you put this on the server, can we do this? And I'm saying, well, yeah. So I've decided, so many people were asking about it, that I've decided to put a list together of those who want it. People are coughing up the money. We're going to do a job lot buy, a discount purchase. So if you want it, get in there, but be quick, because as soon as I've got enough people, I'm just going to buy it. If I could get 20 people, it brings the price down another €5, which is about what, $7, $8. It brings it down in price by that much, or by a pound or so, I think, in UK money. So yeah, so get in now if you want in on it. You'll find a link on lots of people's Discords, because a lot of people are publicising this for me because they also think it's a good idea. So get in on that. Anyway, I'm calling it a night. I will catch you guys next time, which will be in, hang on, 12, 13, 14, 15 hours, I think. In about 15 hours is the next Arma, and then in 17 hours we've got DCS. And we're looking at a new campaign as well. There's a few ideas flying about for a new campaign. So we're looking in that. We still haven't finished the metal campaign yet though, so I think Cap will want to finish that, which will give us a good bit of time to finalise what looks like an invade and annex style campaign, where we start off coming across the sea in carriers, taking a Napa or Batumi, and then fighting our way either down the country or up the country, you know, up the map. So yeah, and if we can get enough people together for Persian Gulf, of course there is major opportunities to do Persian Gulf campaign. I mean, there's a massive opportunity there to do island hopping and stuff with Persian Gulf. But it's going to be, this campaign is going to be very similar to Coffee campaign, the campaign we did with Coffee. But instead of it being a Dungeons and Dragons type style where he's like the dungeon master saying, alright, this is what you did last time. The way we're going to work it is, if we capture something, then that module will be available to us for the next campaign. So we'll be starting off with probably just Harriers, helicopters and Hornets, and I doubt we'll be using Su-33s because they would be like what the other side would be using. But if we capture an Napa with equipment intact, whatever we capture there will be available for the next op. And the other thing is, this is not going to be a publicised campaign. So we're not going to be putting up a mission brief for everybody to have a look at and say this is what we're going to do this op. It will be a red versus blue, so we will have red pilots, we will have blue pilots. You will have to commit the day before, so that red pilots, when they come on, will get a different mission brief to the blue pilots. The blue pilots will get their mission brief with targets of opportunity that they can go for, and the red pilots will have a mission brief with targets of opportunity of what they're going to go for, or a plan of action that they can put in, not knowing what the blues are going to go for, because this is what happens in real war. So the blues will say, alright, well, we know of these targets in X, Y and Z. Are we going to go for one of these, or are we going to go for target A, B and C? On the red side, they will say, right, well, we know they're going to go for a target somewhere because they're invading us. We need to be putting up a cap to stop it. We need to find their fleet and try and sink their fleet, or we need to try and go and bomb one of their bases. So blues also have to put up enough aircraft to make sure that red aren't going to make a sneak attack on them. So it's going to be a completely dynamic thing. So reds won't know what blues doing, and blues won't know what reds doing. And each op we will have different pilots on the red side, different pilots on the blue side, so that we don't have a them and us situation. But everybody will have a similar map of opportunity on what to go for. There will be targets, so red will have their map and their known assets for that particular op. Blue will have a satellite data map saying, hey, we've discovered this on the red side and this is what we could go for. So reds will just not know what blue's going for, and they will have to adjust accordingly. They will have to have their AWACS up, their early warning radars and shit like that, to try and stop blues coming in and doing something. And they're going to have a CGI or somebody saying, hey, it looks like an attack's developing over here. It looks like they're going for our power stations here, there or there, or they're going for our SAM sites, or they're going for our airports, or they're going for our factories, or whatever. It's going to be quite complicated, but hopefully it will give both reds and blues So it's going to be like tactical PvP basically, but with you know, certain things. So it's going to take an awful lot of planning. But it does. I mean, I've had a number of people saying, "Hey, that sounds like a really good idea," and I'm saying, "Well, yeah, but you know, that we can't be having stream sniping, because that would just be like spoil it." So people have got to agree not to watch Cap's stream, or not watch my stream if they're on the opposite team, or we're going to have to put a delay of like 15 minutes on the stream or something. That's the only way we're going to be able to do it, or not stream at all and then put up the footage afterwards, you know. So there's some ins and outs and things to be worked on, but hopefully the gentleman agreement that we have within the Reapers should stand us in good stead. We'll just have to see. It's a plan in action anyway. It's a, you know, it's a plan to be considered, and people are saying, hey, that sounds like a good idea. But we've got to finish the metal campaign first, I think, and that's well in hand. I don't know how much longer that's got to run, but we have got some twists and turns that I spoke to Cap about when he first went in the hospital about that. When we tried to continue it on, I just haven't had the time to actually do it, and the knowledge to be building missions like that, because we could never guarantee how many people we were going to get. But we did do a good one where we went up the coast, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm going to bed before it hits 2 o'clock, because I've only got 2 minutes before it hits 2 o'clock, and I'll have been here talking just for an hour. You know, this should have been renamed an In Real Life. So I'm off. Good night, kids. Have lots of fun out there if you're still going to be gaming. I mean, on the what we're talking, East Coast is now what, 9 PM, so you've still got a few hours to go. In Britain here we are now at 2 AM. On continental Europe it'll be 3 AM. So yeah, I'm out of here. I'm going. I've got to get out of here. I need to get some rest and some sleep. So okay, catch you later. Good night. Bye. Thanks for watching. Cheers.